Alright, boys and girls, let's go ahead and get started. Sorry about the lighting, it's kind of wonky, but we're working with it. I'll try to make sure I can get a better lighting on future videos, but this is what we got for now. And let's try to make the most of this situation, kind of enjoy the fact that we can't interrupt one another. We can pause it, watch it again if we need to, so look at some of the positives of learning, distance learning. So, again, I'm not going to edit these videos. It is what it is. I will do my best not to stumble too much, but we're just going to go ahead and get started. So the first lesson that we're looking at, lesson 2, is adding like fractions. So like fractions have the same denominator, or that same bottom number. Lots of us have seen it before, lots of us haven't, and that's fine. Maybe you've seen it before and forgotten, totally okay. We're just going to go through about 3 examples. So the first one that we'll go through is the length across the bell or top of a mushroom jellyfish is about 5/6 of a foot. If 2 mushroom jellyfish were placed side by side, what would be the combined length? So hopefully, as you saw from that YouTube video, when we're adding like fractions, it's pretty simple. That bottom number or denominator is not going to change at all. So if we look at it using models, we have 5/6 plus 5/6. So there are 10 sixth tiles together, or there's 10 over 6. So when we put 5 and 5 together, we got 10, 10 over 6. So how they got this mixed number from this improper fraction here, where the improper fraction is the bigger number over a smaller number. All they did to get from here to this number, 1 2/3, was to say, how much is it going to take me to make one whole, like one whole foot? So I know that 6 over 6 is going to be one whole, right? When I have 4 left over that I didn't use to make my whole, right, to get to 10. So I have 4 left over out of 6, excuse me. And to get from 1 4/6, all they did was reduce 4/6 to 2/3, right? They found a number that went into both 4 and 6, which is 2, and they divided both the top and the bottom by 2, just like we've done before. So we got 1 2/3 of a foot. Okay, so that's using models. The easier way that I was kind of showing you over here is to take 5/6 plus 5/6. The denominator is going to stay the same when we add and subtract. We're not going to change it. Okay, so all we're adding together is the top of the numerator. 5 and 5 gave us 10. Again, 10 over 6 reduced down to 1 2/3. And one more time I'll show you, just in case you don't want to rewind and go back. To get from 10/6, again, 10/6, this line here means divide. So if we took 10 divided by 6, we would get 1 whole with 4 left over. So that 4 left over is going to go on top, and it's still talking about out of 6. To get down from 4/6, again, they just divided them both by 2. Let's check out the next one. See how fast we can cruise through this when you can't stop me. Nothing can stop Mr. Allen right now. So, next one. The table shows how much of a book Teddy read each day. What fraction of the book did Teddy read altogether on Tuesday and Thursday? So, checking out this chart here, Monday through Thursday. On Tuesday, Teddy read 4/10 of his book. On Thursday, he read 2/10 of his book. So again, when we set it up to add it, we're not going to change the bottom number or the denominator. It's going to stay the same because we still have the same pieces. We're just going to add the top number. So 4 and 2 gave us 6 over 10 total. And again, looking at 6/10, we want to ask ourselves, is that the simplest way we can write it, or is there a factor that goes into both 6 and 10? I know that 3 goes into 6 but not 10, so 2 is probably going to be the biggest number that's going to go into both 6 and 10. We can reduce it or simplify it by doing the same to the top and the bottom. to get us to 3/5. So in those 2 days, Teddy read 3/5 of his book. I'm going to show you just a couple more. 1/7 plus 3/7, again, that's 7. That denominator is not going to change, so I know that 4/7 is my answer. I can't reduce it because the only number that goes into both 4 and 7 is 1, right? That's the greatest common factor. Okay, looking at 1/4 and 1/4. Again, just add that top numerator because our denominator stays the same. It's going to stay 4. 1 plus 1 is going to give us 2. Is there a number that goes into both 2 and 4? Absolutely. We can divide them both by 2 to give us 1/2. I hope that helps you out a little bit with that homework, and I will try to sign off as quickly as possible. I'm not sure how my computer is going to cooperate with me. Okay.